We're live. What is up, guys? We are live. We are live here at YouTube. This is your boy Dillian Mode here, bringing you another live stream, beat making, beat walkthrough, mixing, music production, talking BS. It don't matter. We're here, and my stream is running really well. It's not gonna be a really long stream today because we're not gonna be beat making today. I'm just gonna show you guys a couple of the beats that I made this week behind camera. You know, I wasn't live, and just walk you through it a little bit, just to show you guys some sports themed beats, how I make them, the sound selection and the arrangement and the structure, I guess. How do I make these beats sound sporty but also placeable for TV, film, ads, whatever, you know? So I'm just gonna dive right into this video, and if you're out there watching this video, I'm just gonna tell you right now, please share this video, please like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and leave a comment below, and I'll say hi to you as soon as I see the comment come in, right? We got some cannabis here. Of course, we can't work without some beauty. I forgot the name of this strain, but yeah, we're gonna dive right into the session for this sports beat. Let's do that right now. Here we are, guys. So this one has no title yet. It's 2 minutes and 20 seconds long, a little bit longer. It's like 2 minutes and 22 seconds. The key of this one is, let's see something. I think it's G minor. Yeah, I think it's G minor. Yeah. So the key of this one is G minor. And let me just go ahead and play the beat for you guys while I burn this one, drink a little water, okay? I'll just mute myself. All right, guys, that was the beat. Let's go section by section from the beginning over here. These bell textures. All right. So these bell textures are kind of the same as this other track. Let me just play it alone. It's just the same. It's the same as this pattern. This is the pattern that I made for those bells. Let me play those right here. See? Now, all I did was take this bell, turn it into audio, and just reverse it. That is practically everything that I did to that. I didn't do anything else. Just added some halftime. I guess what I did was I time stretched it also. So after bouncing it to an audio track, I time stretched it so it would be faster, and then I added some halftime and made it sound really cool. Let me see without halftime how it sounds. So it's kind of the same. It's in the same speed actually, but it has less of that high end frequency because halftime kind of slows it down also and gives it a more low end. So that was kind of cool and creative. So those are the bell textures and the bells as you already saw. If you want to see the preset that I use for these bells is the Icy Bell preset from Anasynth 2. If you wanted to see that. And here's the pattern if you want to just like screenshot it or whatever. Right there. This next section in orange, kind of like a brown orange, are the brass. I'm gonna play it both of them together and then I'll show you what each one is doing. So it's just doing this. Now you can hear like that delay going bong, bang, bang. That delay comes from this first brass, which was a pattern. I mean a patch from Analog Brass, the Analog Brass library in Contact. I turn it into audio because I wanted to manipulate it, and all it's doing is just the chord, which is the first chord is like G minor, and I just have a delay going on that fourth note right there, or like the half or eighth note. Then using the Cymatics Illusion delay also that plugin. Here in my channel, since I already transformed it, I can't go back now, but that's basically what it's doing. Let me play it alone. That's what it's doing. And then the other brass is just a brass tab, and it's a serum preset that I use in almost all my beats. So you can go and check out my past live streams and check that preset out for yourself. So it goes like this. That's it. That's what the brass is doing all throughout the whole beat. Then the string section, this little purple section here are the strings. Let me play it alone and let me just group all this and open up the pattern, the sequence here. This is the sequence. Yeah. Also, that patch is from the big string section staccato from the Presence VST, which is a stock plugin from Studio One, and it sounds really great for those strings. I really like it, and I think that I should go over here and actually save it. favorite. Yeah, because it really sounds really cool. So if you guys are using Studio One and need like high quality sounds, that is one VST you should use. So that is what the strings are doing. In this part, the strings are just doing a little stab. And I just added also Bahala Vintage Verb, just a little bit. That's it for that part of the strings. It's just doing the same thing throughout the beat. This next lead part is with another stock plugin called Lead Architect. Let me pull that up. Right here, the orchestral breath preset. This is a new VST and it sounds great for orchestral stuff. So this is what that part is doing. I don't know. I just wanted to add like a little bridge section there doing that. I don't know. Then I got this bass. Let's pull that up. Sharp, G sharp, G. Actually, not G sharp at the end. That bass comes from this bass preset from EDM Trap Metallic from the Heat Up VST, which I use a lot also. Let's move on to this 808 from Sublab, this chest exploder. Pretty cool. It also has like that kick there, but I always like to put kicks to my beats. So also wanted to show you the pattern for the 808 is right here. That's it. Very simple. You don't gotta kill yourself over it. Now, the drums. The drums is all this blue section. The drums is all this. Now I'm just gonna play all the drums because I want you guys to not to get bored at this video. I'm just gonna play it from right here. Listen to the different elements of the drums and the groove. Now I listen to it here, and in context, like that reverb that the snare has, I think is too much. But when you play it with the mix, you don't even kind of hear it. It just gives a little bit of texture in the background, so it doesn't matter really. So that's what the drums do. I don't know what to tell you about the drums. You know, everybody does a different groove. It's still hip hop. It's still trap. You know, the clap on the 3 and the 8th hi-hats. So these hi-hats are like a MIDI that I found from one of my packs. It's totally usable. But the sound that I use, I think it's a cymatics hi-hat. Yeah. That's the sound. And this would be the pattern. Maybe if I do it like this. Wait. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start muting some stuff, alright? So I'm gonna mute the kick just so you guys can hear like the hi-hat. Those are the hi-hats. And then the clap. I got 2 claps there, like layered right on the third, the snare. I got 2 snares there. I like to put like 2 snares. Why not? Like give it a different bounce with the sonics of it all. The kick. So other than the 2 claps that I have layering, I have another snare also layering the clap. I want to bring down that reverb from the clap actually. That's good, like that. Barely hearable. So that's kind of like the normal, what is the basic drums of a drum set. Oh, also I have this open hi-hat right here. Just doing right there. Right here. I got that there because I love that bounce with the hi-hat. Then I got this perk coming in. It's just like a little reverse perk. I don't remember where I got this perk from, but you know, just from one of those pack libraries that got like a million perks. You know, just find one that you like and just use it. I like to find in between spaces after I do the drums. I like to find in between spaces to put the perks and open hi-hats. And then also got these open hi-hats from Excelentes. Those open hi-hats at the end, right there at the end of the bar. Yeah. Also got these shakers going on here. Well, they're really open hi-hats, so it's all open hi-hats. I thought it was shakers that it said here. And last but not least, the crash. And then it comes in with the hi-hats, yeah. Just with the sonics and the timbres of each instrument, it gives you a different bounce. I'm gonna bring in the 808. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Maybe bring in the 808 a little bit up, just a little bit. Let me see what else we got here in this beat. That's it for this beat. Like then I have this effect right here. It's like a little reverse. Then here at the end also like a little something going on here, I think. Another like kind of an impact. That's like a cinematic impact at the end. Context makes it feel heroic and epic. I'm gonna walk into the arrangement in a second. I just want to try this. Oh, I got these on mute. Sorry. Beautiful. So as far as the arrangement goes, I'll talk to you about this thing first, which is this. That's just as easy as the kick, the strings, the brass, and the bells, just all going at the same time. What I did was that I muted the brass channel right where it ends here with an automation. You can see it here. I muted it there so that I don't get that delay coming in, so that it just finishes on that one stab, bang, and that's it. As far as arrangements, you know that in sync it's every 4 to 8 bars do something different. but it should also have like a structure, like an intro, a verse, a chorus, a hook, and then it can have a bridge or like a breakdown section. In my case, I like to use the reverse stuff as intros, just to give it like that sense of story. Like, this is just a texture of it. I'm not giving you the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So as far as intro goes, it's 8 bars. Does this? Oh, not that. That's the thing. So that's the intro. The bell textures, the brass with the delay, which was the main idea actually, with the chords, because those brass are actually doing like a G sharp minor. I mean C to the G sharp to the B flat to the G. And also this kind of Reese bass that I use from the EDM trap bundle. I kind of like it a lot. That's it. Now, after 4 bars, I come in with some percussion just to give it a little sense of rhythm. And those are just the percussive elements of the whole beat that go around the whole beat. It's strange to me that I never took them out and at no point. Maybe I could take them out here, actually. All right. I'm arranging again. But yeah, as far as arrangement, intro, 8 bars. After the first 4 bars, a little bit of percussion to go into the first hook, which is kind of a light hook, I would say, because it doesn't have the hi-hats. So here what I did, I took out the hi-hat, took out the bass, took out this string section, right? No lead or anything. It's just the brass and the bell textures with the actual bells also. Do that for 8 bars, and then we come in with the full hook, bass, hi-hats, strings, everything coming together there, and then take out all of the percussion, just leave the basic drums and the textures. Take out the kick, take out the bass. Right, so I'm sorry, I'm going a little bit fast here, but yeah, after the big hook, 8 bars, we're gonna go 8 bars again for like a second verse, you know? And so the second verse only has, again, the bell textures and just the basic drum elements with the crash and everything. Then it has like a little brass element here just to give it like a movement, I guess, like a impact. This is kind of like a breakdown section. Take out the drums, come in with the light hook again, but this time it has the hi-hat. So this could be like the actual bridge, you know, where we do kind of the same as the intro, but bring in a little bit of that lead. And so we are just repeating the whole arrangement again. And why am I repeating the arrangement again from here? Because this beat is gonna have some vocals on it. And so I wanted to make it as simple as it can be for the vocalist or the top liner to just come and rip it, you know? And so it's kind of the same thing. I just copy pasted like the whole thing, except that I added that right here. And for the second part, I eliminated the bell textures and just left the regular bells. And I switched it up here. I put the 808 and I took the kick out. All right. And I think I'm gonna take out the 808 here again. And I'm gonna take out the claps here. So we're still arranging. I think I'm taking out more snares. Just to make it more interesting here at this part. Maybe I could leave those there, or I can take out those 808s. Now we come in with the last hook. And then just end with this thing. So here, the last hook, I bring everything in. Every element comes in. The bass here. But then at the second, after 8 bars, the last 8 bars, I bring in the other bass. Kind of the Reese bass. And the lead architect lead synth. To give it like a bigger, a sense of grandeur kind of thing. So yeah, I hope that you guys like this beat. That's it for the beat. That's it for this beat. Let me check something. What's going on, guys? Yeah. All right. So I think that now I can move on and show you the next beat that I just made between yesterday and today. Today I finished it. I just finished it before this. Just finished kind of making the last arrangements and the mixing also. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments, okay? Any questions about this beat at all or whatever, okay? So the next beat is this one. Let's play it. Yep, that's sports beat number 4 for my album. I got one more to go. As you can see, guys, I love doing the reverse thing for like dark and epic beats, you know, like I just think it gives it like that mysterious vibe that even though it sounds mysterious and dark, still sounds kind of epic and motivational. So I kind of did that here again in this part. I wish I could tell you what it was that I did. Um I don't know if I have the pattern here now, guys. Like I totally botched it, but it was also kind of what I did with the last beat where I had some bells and made like a little pattern kind of like this one here. Kind of like this. And if it wasn't this pattern, man, then it was something else that I did. But let's say I took that pattern and I just the same thing, change convert it into an audio file and then sped it up by time stretching it and then just adding a ton of effects and reversing it, and then I got something that sounds like this. So that's part of what the intro is. And I really, really like this intro because it actually sounds more like a tension kind of thing. But there is a lot of drama and tension in sports. We all know that. We all know that. All right? I just want to say something now that I'm here talking about sports. There was an incident last night, or I think it was, I don't know if it was last night. I'm a baseball fan, and there are a lot of Puerto Ricans and Latinos in the Major League Baseball league, right? And there's this second baseman that I really like from the Arizona Diamondbacks. His name is Ketel Marte, and I think that he is Puerto Rican. I'm not really sure, but a fan said something about his late mother, who passed away, I think in 2017 or something. And I think a fan just straight up and said something horrible about him and his dead mother. And I'm like, hey, really? Like, I'm gonna take this moment to say that is so disrespectful. And I know that we're fans, and I know that it means a lot to you to get that for you to get that win and everything. But you you don't get to cross a line, you know, just because you're sitting in the bleachers and paying, and this person is over here playing and it has to be focused. It doesn't give you the right to cross that line just because of your passion. First of all, I know you're emotional and that's great and all. Hey, go write a book, go write it in your journal, go write a blog about it. But come on, man, don't disrespect a dead mother's player on the field when you know that they have to be focused playing. They could get hurt. They're trying to get that win. You know, these are people that have not even slept well during the season because they go to sleep really late. They got to do a billion interviews and they got to deal with BS and BS people like you. If you were the one, sorry, if you were the one who did that. I just wanted to say that, and you know, I'm sorry to my subscribers and my followers for this mini rant, but please just don't do that to players, man. That's horrible. I mean, I go to games and I listen to people screaming at the players, and I'm like, come on, dude. We're just here to have fun and watch the players do their best. You know, we're not here to have to absorb your traumas and your anger and frustrations. You know. Sorry about that. That was a small intersection in this live stream. It's no biggie about that. But we are making music for sport, and that was tension. Anyways, back to the intro, because I still haven't even finished talking about the intro. Um, this other part that I added, this was actually the main idea. Is this? this bell chords, shiny bell preset from Anasynth 2. It's like an F minor kind of thing. F minor with the ninth, minor 9 or something like that. Um, so I have the chords playing, right? And I have this intro playing. And I was like, that sounds really cool, but to me it's still not enough. And so what I did was I made this percussion loop here. Listen to this. That's it, right? It's so crazy. Um, and now let me talk about this percussion loop. That percussion loop is none other than this whole drum section with the whole drums. And I just mixed down that whole selection into a stereo file. And then I took this part obviously right here. So I don't think it has a kick drum or an 808 or anything. It's just the percussion parts. And what I did was I added murder melodies to it and started playing around with the parameters and played with the shift, played with the pitch a little bit, played with the wobble, and I can't show you right now because I just what I did after that was render it also into an audio file so that it doesn't take up much of my CPU. But basically that's what it is. So this is with the effect on right now, right? And as it's coming to this end, you see it like it just flashes, but you can feel like it's the same loop. And what I did was I made an automation of the mix knob on Murder Melodies, the VST. And as it was ending, I opened up and I gave it the whole amount of the effect so that it was just that splash. And the way that I got that was just experimenting with the knobs and just playing with it and saying, hey, I think that would be cool for it to change into like a transition. So after that, I got these 3 parts for the intro, and I'm like, it's still not enough. So I added the respace coming in after 4 bars. And I also added the tubular bells at the beginning just to make it really epic. And I think that I got it. So this would be the intro. Oh, sorry, I didn't play the bass. Oh God. Let's try it again. Now with the bass. Right. So after that, it goes into this large like 12, 16 bar hook or something, but like changing at different parameters, right? So the first thing about this part, because now the drums are coming in, the thing about this part are the brass. I made 3 layers of brass here with 3 different VSTs. I think it's the first one is, let's see if it comes out. So yeah, analog brass and winds from output in contact. That's the first sound with the brass. Does this right here. Then the second sound is this brass. Just makes like a little slide. Also from the analog brass and winds from output, but in the contact library interface. And then the last stabs, you know, we're going with the serum stabs. Just to give it that last layer, like really big, like really huge, like right there. The 3 of them together. That's how it sounds to me. All right. And this part, the hook, is practically just the bell chords. And then I have these key chords here. Also another synth from Anasynth. It's called the Sports Ball organ, actually. And I thought it would be really cool to make like a little layer. And so this is what it sounds, the two of them. You see that? That's with the brass and the synths. Kind of making that melody section right there. I'll play it again if you want. And I'll put the tubular bells also, because the tubular bells are a must. After that, dude, like, it's just the drums. Let me just play all the drums soloed. So as you can see, I'm not gonna go through each of the sounds, because maybe you don't like my sounds, you know, or maybe you want to have different sounds, right? But that is kind of the groove that I created from scratch, um, on like on top of the melodies that I made first. So I first, like I said, at first I made those bell chords, and then I went straight and made the drums, because I like making the drums first after I have the chords. These type of beats are all about that impact and that energy, you know, like keep driving it, you know, um, like like a slam dunk or like a home run. You want that music to like lead you into the pitch, going into the bat, and the ball just leaving the park. You know, that's the story for me, like, because of my background with baseball. But since all of it is impact, I make the drums first, and then I think like, okay, here are the impact parts in my beat. This is where I'm gonna add my brass, and then I'm gonna add the strings and the melodies in between to give it that energy, to drive it, you know. So let me play it with the 808. It's from the 808. That's actually from the 808 machine from Unison. Um, I I I don't use it that much. I thought it was gonna help me a lot, but yeah, I just press the lever once and that's it. Because that's the thing. 808 machine gives you a different 808 every time you pull the lever. So I just wanted to see if it randomly gave me a good one, and it did. So I kept it. I just wanted that rumble. I got a little bit of saturation going on. That's what the bass is doing. Let me show you. This is the bass pattern. Yeah. very simple, but effective. Um, and yeah, that's what that part sounds like. Let me just play you the first hook. This will be the first verse where I just have the chords and the bass and the drums. Here is where I come with the same synth but a different pattern. So let me talk to you about this part right here at the end of the verse. So the verse is 8 bars, right? First 2 bars is just very simple. We just have the bell, the tubular bells. We got the bell chords. We got the 808 and just the drums, right? With no hi-hats, right? And then the last 8 bars, I come in with the key chord layers, which is the synths that we were talking about earlier. And then I come with this mix down section right here. Right? This part only has some reverb, but let me tell you that this is also another part from this beat, which is these anasynths that I'm going to be talking about right now. So let me show you that. Let me show you this. Right. We can even maybe do a little bit of arrangement later and add more notes to that. But this is basically a Bell preset, also anasynth entitled. I think it's one of those Bell presets. And then I have this one, which is Big Strings, which is a string preset from Anasynth 2. And so both of them do this, right? What I did was the same thing that I do with the intro. I bounce them into a different audio track. It's like a stereo track, which then turns into this one, into what we have here in purple. But what I did was I time stretched it faster so that it goes instead of so it goes like so. Let me show you. And then I just added that other delay with the repeater here. Repeater 3, bounce to this is called. Just because I wanted to give it like a different vibe there. I didn't know what to do. And as you can see, this is the only part where I put it in the whole beat. Maybe I could put it over here. We'll leave that to the feeling of it. But yeah. Let me play it the whole thing. Go to the which is a little bit more epic and more dramatic. This could be like the other verse. It's just like those trumpets there doing this little then again the beat, no kick, no claps, no snares, you know, just percussion and kick. Let me see if this works. I'm thinking about an arrangement now, like maybe having this one come in here and taking these out. What do you guys think of that? I think I also want to add this to this thing. Exactly. I'll just take this one out. That sounded cool. And I will use these last ones right here. Now I'm arranging so it sounds good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm gonna take these, raise these, put these an F. Yep. Oh wait. Trying to move them. Something like that, maybe? Now I'm ready. Maybe not this one. Pretty cool. So let's go back. I'm sorry. Let's go back to just explaining that the finale. So the finale is actually the intro. I bring back the intro, but I bring back the bass from the beginning this time. So it does this. And then this epic finale. Yeah, and the sting, as always, just the kick. Oh, the crash. No wonder the crash is doing something crazy here. Let me play it again. As you can see, the sting is only the kick, the chords, the strings, all the brasses at the same time, and the bell, everything just at the same time right there. That's it, right? Why this change right here? This is just my style, man. Like in my beats, I always see that my mind goes to like the last part has to be the most epic part, but it also has to drive to a finish. You know, so here is when the runner reaches home plate. You know, so here is he's running the bases. You know, he hit the home run, right? He hits the homer. He's running the bases. He's really glad. You know, he's rounding second base. You know, and as he's rounding third base, now he's looking at the crowd. And he knows, like, this is his moment. He sees his teammates on the home plate. So he's just running towards the home plate, jumps, and touches home. And, you know, that's where I'm like this. The last shot is right there, you know. So that's the way that I imagine just, like, the finale. And you can play around with it. See what elements of your beat you can speed up or slow down that give it that driving energy. To me, it just worked well, and it gives it like a different kind of feel. So at all these parts, maybe there we got a couple of edit points. You know, we could even do more edit points around here or something right here. Right here, something. There's another edit point right there. But yeah, that is the way that I structured it. You can see the mix, how I did it. I don't know. These three elements were crazy there. I don't know what happened. We can just hide these. Not really using those. This is my mastered everything. Right now we're hitting about -10. Wait till everything comes in. Yo, yo, yo. Heading around -9. I'm just in the FGX. We can even go like super higher, but yeah, that's the beat, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna name it yet, but I think it's ready for me to add it to the album. I just gotta finish one more beat, and that's it. But yeah. And with that, I'm done, guys. Like, there you have it. Showed you guys some of my beats, some of the things that I've been working on this week. It's all for you know, like voiceover and stuff also, right? You know, as I'm listening to the beat, actually there's something that maybe I can just not have. Maybe this part is a little bit too crazy, actually. Maybe I want to have this part. Maybe like this, because as I was talking, I was actually confused by the beat as I was talking. Yeah, it's crazy, because when there's music in the background as you're talking, you kind of want to be in the same rhythm as the music, and I got like a little bit distracted there by the music, so I changed something, and now it's okay. Oh, that's crazy. That is super crazy. So yeah, no comments today. That's all good, no problem. I don't know if you guys are intimidated or just shy, but yeah, I promise I won't bite if you come out and talk. But that's the end of this stream for today. Remember to like and subscribe. Please hit that bell button so that you get notified when I go live, because I go live random. Today, Wednesday, maybe I'll go live again on Friday. You know, depends on the mood and depends on, you know, if my time is not needed elsewhere. But yeah, I'm just super thankful that I get to do this in front of you guys and live on YouTube. So thank you, YouTube, and thanks to everyone who came out and at least watched for a second or two. I hope that you learned something. Remember, this is for Studio One users, so if you're a Studio One user and have any questions, throw them in the comments and I'll try to help you out. And as always, guys, it's just a good time and a pleasure to be able to make music for you guys, especially for like sports, which is right now my goal, is to put my music into sports. So yeah, guys, remember to follow me on Instagram, DillianMobeats.com, and TikTok, and yeah, check out my music. So I guess that's it for me today, guys. I'll see you. Peace out. Take care. Remember to subscribe.